Hello, this channel will be about Christian meditation or contemplation, and this video, the first one that I published on this channel. And but before promoting my ideas and thought learned from theology, let me introduce myself. So, I'm a Catholic. I'm a Japanese guy living with schizophrenia. So, I'm a kind of person with mental disorder, and I have various trouble, various challenge, both mentally and physically, and I'm very weak. And but my faith, my Christian faith, saved me from various challenges, and yeah, and my theology learn from books, nurture my thoughts, and more ethically and more mindfully. And I am also keen reader of mindfulness or Japanese literatures, and of course, mindfulness, Japanese literature are good thoughts, ideas. And as a Japanese guy, I'm a professional of Japanese literature. And so I am not a kind of a educational person. I just graduated from high school, and I could not go to college to study my main subject, and because my family had various challenge. My dad had many trouble, and I was involved with his trouble, and so I could not go to college because financial reason or other reason. So, yeah, I had to feed my father, and I worked at the restaurant when I was high school student to feed my father because my father could not work at companies because of his personality. He had also various trouble in his mental, and he often caused trouble with his colleagues, and he often was fired by companies, and he was a jobless man, and so I had to feed him, and yeah, when I was a high school student, I had to work at company to feed my father, and so I could not go to college. So, and after graduate from high school, and I decided to become a soldier because, so as you know, so armies, Japanese army, Japanese Navy guarantee guarantee to us to enough salary. So I need to make money for my father, and so I decided to become a soldier, and but yeah, through those severe through experiencing those severe conditions, I got various stress, and I got schizophrenia. And so basically, Japanese Navy is not so kind of a yeah. Japanese Navy is a little bit troublesome at the time, and various violence, various kind of challenge in camps and or ships, and so yeah, I was involved with some violence, but my experiences was not so severe. I was a very lucky man, and my bosses are basically so kind to me. But yeah, I had to watch various violence scene, and my colleagues experienced some kind of violence from his bosses or his colleagues, and I had to watch those things, and also, yeah, I had various trouble in my perspective, mental, and I could not, sorry, endure the environment, and so I got schizophrenia, and I had to quit job in Navy, and but at the time, I was not kind of a keen reader of theology. Well, I was not passionate Christian. I was baptized when I was 17 years old, and because my father was or is Catholic, and I am a Catholic, and I was baptized when I was 17 years old, and but at the time I was very lukewarm. I had no specific perspective regarding the Bible or faith, and I was just a normal Japanese living in secular society, and but experiencing schizophrenia leads me to the world of the Bible gradually, and yeah, I love so I've loved reading books, especially Japanese cultures, Japanese literatures, and I was a professional of Japanese literature, and of course I am a amateur scholar on Japanese literature. But at the time when I was around 30 years old, and I retrospectively thought about my friend, that he was not kind of a religious person. He was normal Japanese, and but he wanted to be an actor, but he married a woman, and so he decided to quit becoming an actor, and so he became a salaryman, businessman, to nurture his family. And I thought it is so beautiful, and he quit his dream for his family, and I thought it is so beautiful, and I thought his life is like a Christian. And so at the time I was very lukewarm, but yeah, and I'm now retrospectively his face, and I retrospect his face, and now, and yeah, and his action leads me to be more passionate to the faith, and I started to learn the Bible or theology, Catholic theology or Protestant theology, and when I was 30 years old, I started to learn the Bible and theology. But as I said, I am not a kind of an educated person. I could not go to college, and I have no friend. I have no academic friends, and I have no experiences discussing theology with colleagues, with professors, and I have no experiences to meet theological professors, and but my knowledge, my thought consists of my reading on theology. And I'm just amateur writer, amateur theological YouTuber, and so. But I hope you enjoyed this channel, and I hope you become a friend with this channel, and I wanna work with you, and I wanna share my theological idea to you, and so I hope you enjoy this journey, and yeah, since when I was 32, 33 years old, and I've studied theology, and but on the other hand, I was not at the time I was not satisfied with Western theology, because so as you see, I am a Japanese guy, I'm an Eastern guy, I'm Asian man. So from my sense, Western theology feels attaching to logical and verbal expression. For example, so do you know Thich Nhat Hanh? Thich Nhat Hanh is a great meditator on mindfulness, and he was a Buddhist, great Buddhist. And Thich Nhat Hanh mentioned theologians cannot understand Buddhism because theologians attach to verbal linguistic approach. Theologians are obsessed to the concept on the Bible. So, and partly I agree with it, because some theologians are so due to the sense of clarity in mind. And some theologians cannot understand the mindfulness practice, mindfulness dream of clarity, and because they attach to the concept. So, for example, in the present moment, well, the here and the now, in the present moment. So now there's nothing but the air. We just inhale the air and exhale the air. Then we can just observe our condition in the present moment. There's nothing concept but just ourself, or there's nothing ourself but there's just the air, or sounds, or calmness, silence. So, but the theological approach cannot capture this realm of calmness or clarity. So, as an Eastern man, I was not satisfied with Western theology, but I've developed my knowledge on Western theology, and I've changed my mind, and so I want to develop specific method of meditation through reading and through practice meditation, and I, as a Catholic, I often encounter great theological spiritual masters such as John of Cross, or Teresa of Avila, or Therese of Lisieux, or Thomas Merton. Thomas Merton is my teacher. Thomas Merton is my professor, and Thomas Merton said silence. So silence is routine So, as you know, Thomas Merton was a Catholic monk living in a monastery, and as you imagine, monastery is full of silence. But Thomas Merton said, silence or meditation is not kind of a romance, but routine. Sometimes meditators, including me, romanticize monastic life or monk-like living, and we often romanticize meditator, Buddhist or Catholic monks. But Thomas Merton says, silence, meditation is just a routine. We must do just a small tasks every days, and so our lives are just a series of small tasks, and we just process those tasks every day, and this is a life, and this is a meditation. And so Thomas Merton teach me a lot from books, and this is the Sign of Jonas, Thomas Merton's personal journal, and reading books is also meditation, and as a meditator, I read a lot of books, and so in this channel, I want to share various ideas that I learned from books, and so today I share my personal experiences when I was from my high school days to nowadays theological life, and so basically I learned meditative method. I did a lot of meditative method, but I also research on Protestantism theology, such as Karl Barth or Emil Brunner, who are Protestant representative theologian in 20th century. So nowadays, complex. So nowadays, our age, our digital age are so complex, and so 20th century theologian Karl Barth, Emil Brunner experienced various hard conflict between church and nation. So as you know, 20th century is 20th century experienced so big war 2 times, and so Karl Barth and Emil Brunner confront various contradiction and hardship, and so learning those theology can be helpful for our age, and so I want to share those ideas on this channel, and so today I shared various theologians, Thomas Merton and Karl Barth, and so this channel is kind of a theological and meditative channel, and this video is my first. This video is the first one I published on this channel, and I shared my personal experiences, and this is my introduction, and this introduction will be kind of my meditation, and I hope you enjoy this meditative journey, and please walk with me. Thank you, and sometimes I share Japanese method. So Thank you for watching.